Hello, I'm Peter Towers, Managing Director of ESS BizTools. Welcome to Accountant's Minute. Proactive accounting services available here. If that's what you're interested in, you can actually click straight away and that will take you through to the ESS BizTools website where you can view everything that I'm going to talk to you about today in this Accountant's Minute. Where do you start in offering a broader range of commercial services for your clients? I think you need to sit down and have a discussion with your client. Ask them what they expect from their accountancy business in 2018. What is their biggest challenge? What is happening in their industry, their marketplace, their business? And what concerns do they have following that analysis? What are their competitors doing? Why don't you put a question to your clients? If you employed me as your full-time accountant, as your chief financial officer, what services would you like me to provide to your organisation? So with that sort of background on the conversation, let's look at some of the services that you could provide to offer a broad commercial service to your clients. I think you could start with the client's team. Is the client satisfied with their hiring process, the preparation of job descriptions, the induction process for a new team member, the team meetings, the regularity and what the outcome of them is, the staff appraisals? Let's now go to management. Is your client happy that the management team understand the financial accounts that are being prepared for them? Do they understand key performance indicators? Has the management team had any input into the selection of the key performance indicators to be utilised for their particular business activity? Are benchmarking reports prepared? Are there discussions with the management team as to what the benchmarking reports are indicating? And following that review, you could sit down with your client and make some suggestions on team training that could be introduced to help the management team get a better understanding of the reports that are being prepared. Because if they don't understand them, a lot of the reports are a waste of time. And we don't want that, do we? Budgets. Does your client understand the budgeting process? Do they want some improvements made in budgets? Do they understand that you can help them in setting charge-out rates if they're a trades business? If they're a professional type business, setting out the charge-out rates to be charged? Or if they're a retailer, setting out a strategy relative to product mixes, markups, the overhead expenses, all geared to achieving an overall net profit for the business. Cash flows. What improvements need to be made there? What's the client's debtors days outstanding? Could it be improved? What about their investment in stock? Could the stock turn be improved so that the amount of money tied up in stock could be reduced? Government grants. Is your client aware that competitors are receiving government grants? If they are, they might be a little bit upset that you haven't brought to their attention that these grants exist for businesses in their industries or locations. So you could talk to them about that. Risk analysis. Obviously, insurance is one of the key risks that businesses have. Things like key man insurance, buyback insurance. How long since that's been reviewed? Was it set in place 10 years ago? Perhaps the sums insured are not appropriate for what the valuation of the business is today. Maybe it's too late now. Maybe the person to be insured is too old or unfortunately has an illness. Perhaps if this had been monitored every year instead of only once every decade, you might have been able to progressively increase the insurance cover to keep track with the value of the business. consequential loss of profits insurance. No one thinks about that insurance cover until they've had a problem, a fire, an earthquake, a flood. And then they start debating why some of the covers are so low. How many people would your client retain in their business in the event of a fire? And the other major risk area, of course, is registration on the Personal Property Securities Register. Does your client understand how that legislation operates? Because there's been a few surveys of late which have indicated that about 90% of SMEs do not have any idea of how the PPSR operates. Is your client storing stock on someone else's premises? Is your client supplying consignment stock? Has your client got assets stored on someone else's premises? Is your client a tradie type business or a subcontractor who are being paid progress payments? And is there the potential that they could be subjected to a liquidator's preferential payment claim? All of these things can be insured against for the princely sum of $6.40 for a 7-year cover per business, not based on every invoice, but a business. This is the work that you could be doing with your clients. Research and development. First of all, is your client a company? Which they should be if they're undertaking research and development activities and want to claim the research and development rebate. The number of times that I find that a partnership has spent $200,000 in a research and development project, only to find, and they're not very happy when they find, that they cannot claim the taxation rebate because they haven't been a company. And they will need advice on research and development systems, the documentation, the application to Oz Industry, the application to the Australian Taxation Office if they intend to spend research and development activities overseas.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Are you worried about where the business is going? Could be an important question to put to the client. And perhaps you need to undertake a detailed evaluation. It will take about a day to undertake. Does your client get frustrated because they have got everything in their head, not enough things are written down? Well, you should be talking to them about a business plan so that everything is documented. Is your client thinking about buying another business? There are thousands of businesses for sale in Australia at present because some of the baby boomers are wanting to exit their businesses. You could assist your client to make sure that they get the best possible business that they can afford that's on the market at present. Is your client thinking of retiring? If so, have you had a discussion with them about succession planning? Is your client thinking of expanding their business, buying another business? And are they worried about going back to see the bank manager to try to get an extra loan? Worried about what security they can offer? Perhaps their mother-in-law is objecting to them securing her property again to borrow money. Well, there's some great news. Crowdsource funding equity raising is already available if your client agrees to convert their private company into an unlisted public company. But hopefully in the Senate in the next few weeks, the amendments that the Treasurer has proposed will be passed and they will become operational from around February, March 2019. And that will mean that a private company is able to go to the public via a crowdsource funding intermediary to raise up to $5 million every 12 months. But this just won't happen. Those companies are going to need some very sound professional advice that you should be able to give them. Because most of these companies that are going to seek to raise capital as crowdsource funding companies will currently be clients of small, medium-sized accountancy businesses. Why let this work go to someone else? This is interesting work. Your team will like working on it because those clients are going to need business plans, budgets, cash flow forecasts, information memorandum. They will need mentoring on corporate governance. and a whole range of other issues. Obviously, they'll need to know how crowdsourced funding equity raising operates and what the role and duties and responsibilities of the crowdsourced funding intermediary is. This is just a brief overview of some of the product packages that are available within ESS BizTools to assist you to be able to deliver this outstanding range of services to your clients. Please click onto our website. Please do it now and have a look at what's available on ESS BizTools. There are some free articles available on the site that you can click on and download. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send me an email, peter@essbiztools.com.au. Good luck with this opportunity to stamp yourself as a proactive accounting business that is providing outstanding commercial services to your clients. Have a great day. Goodbye.